Gary Neville questions Newcastle United's current recruitment struggles. Why are players declining offers? In a revealing discussion, former Manchester United defender and football analyst Gary Neville has voiced his concerns regarding the current predicament at Newcastle United. Despite the club's recent success in securing a spot in the UEFA Champions League, a troubling trend has emerged. Key players are either declining offers to join or expressing a desire to leave the club. The squad and its potential. Under the management of Eddie Howe, Newcastle has assembled a talented squad featuring players like Alexander Isak, Bruno Guimaraes, and Kieran Trippier. The team's performances in both domestic and European competitions have demonstrated their potential to compete at the highest levels of football. However, recent events have cast a shadow over this optimism. The recruitment challenge players' declining offers. One of the most perplexing issues facing Newcastle United is the apparent reluctance of players to accept offers from the club. Despite the allure of playing in the Champions League, which traditionally attracts top talent, several high-profile targets have turned down opportunities to join the Magpies. This situation raises critical questions about the club's appeal and the factors influencing player decisions. The case of Alexander Isak. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the reported desire of key players like Alexander Isak to leave the club. The Swedish striker, who was brought in for a substantial fee, has been a standout performer since his arrival. However, recent speculation suggests that Isak is contemplating his future at Newcastle. This development is alarming for fans and pundits alike, especially given the club's ambitions. Gary Neville's insights. Observations on player decisions. Gary Neville's comments highlight the disconnect between Newcastle's ambitions and the perceptions of potential recruits. He questions why players, particularly those with aspirations to compete at the highest levels, are hesitant to join a club in the Champions League. According to Neville, this situation may indicate deeper issues within the club's management and overall direction. Management concerns. Neville's analysis suggests that the challenges Newcastle faces may stem from management-related problems. Effective leadership is critical in creating an environment that attracts and retains top talent. If players feel uncertain about the club's long-term vision or management strategies, it could lead to reluctance in accepting offers. Potential reasons for players' reluctance. 1. Management and leadership issues. The impact of effective management cannot be overstated. If players perceive instability or a lack of direction from the management team, they may question their future at the club. Communication between management, coaching staff, and players is essential for fostering a positive environment. 2. Club culture and environment. The culture within a club plays a significant role in attracting talent. Players are not just looking for financial incentives, they want to feel valued and part of a cohesive unit. If Newcastle's environment is perceived as toxic or lacking in support, it could deter potential signings. 5. Ambitions and aspirations. Players have personal and professional ambitions that guide their decisions. If they believe they can achieve more significant success at a different club or in a different league, they may be inclined to pursue those opportunities. The implications of player departures. Impact on team cohesion. The potential departures of key players like Alexander Isak can significantly disrupt team cohesion. A stable squad is essential for building chemistry, and any significant changes can lead to a loss of momentum. Newcastle's management must address these issues to maintain competitiveness. Attracting talent. Participating in the Champions League should, in theory, make Newcastle a more attractive destination for players. However, the current trend of departures raises questions about how the club is perceived by potential recruits. If players are leaving despite the opportunity to compete in Europe, it suggests deeper issues may be at play. Fan reactions. Supporter sentiment. Newcastle fans are understandably concerned about the current situation. The prospect of losing key players like Isak is alarming, especially after the excitement surrounding the club's Champions League qualification. Supporters are eager for clarity regarding the management's plans and the club's vision for the future. Calls for change. Many fans are calling for changes within the club's management structure. They believe that a more unified approach is needed to address the challenges of player retention and recruitment. The sentiment among supporters is clear. They want to see Newcastle thriving and competing at the highest levels. Potential solutions. Strengthening management. Newcastle must evaluate its management structure to ensure it aligns with the club's ambitions and values. This includes ensuring effective communication and a clear vision. Gary Neville's observations about Newcastle United's current situation raise crucial questions about player retention and management effectiveness.